Okay, I'm back. It's Thursday. Yesterday you worked with algebraic proofs. Today we're going to introduce you to some geometric proofs. Now, I didn't rewrite all of the table from the front page. This is the back of your one-page blue sheet. You can still use the addition property of equality with segments and angles. But more often than not, we're going to use reflexive, symmetric, and transitive when we are doing geometric proofs. So if you want to take a look, there are reflexive properties for segments that just says segment AB is equal to segment AB, or in this case, the measure of AB is equal to the measure of AB. When it comes to angles, this should be the measure of angle 1. All right? The reflexive property should say the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 1. And you change that in your notes. The symmetric property is the same thing as on the front. If AB is equal to CD, then CD is equal to AB. We're referring to segments here. Over here with angles, if angle 1 is equal to angle 2, then 2 is equal to 1. With the transitive property, you travel a little bit. If AB is equal to CD and CD is equal to EF, then AB is equal to EF, which tells you that segment AB is congruent to segment EF. Same thing goes with angles. The measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 2, and the measure of angle 2 is equal to the measure of angle 3, then the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 3. That's the transitive property, okay? Also known as the law of syllogism. All right, so let's start with a geometric proof. Given we have angle 1 is equal to 45 degrees, and we know that the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 2. We want to prove that the measure of angle 2 is also equal to 45 degrees. All right, my first statement says angle 1 is equal to 45 degrees. That was given to me. My next statement says the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 2. Well, how do I know that? That's also given. My next statement says 45 degrees is equal to the measure of angle 2. Here, I'm just substituting. I'm replacing angle 1, the measure of angle 1, with an equivalent, 45 degrees. This is substitution. Now I'm saying the measure of angle 2 is equal to 45. I just flip-flop. This is the symmetric property. Okay, so everything we did yesterday we can now apply to geometry. So here we go. These are the notes in your blue sheet. Again, I just took the table, made it a little bit bigger, okay, and wrote it out. Here's an example. It says write a 2-column proof to verify this conjecture. When we talk about 2 columns, it's just a table. My statements on one side, my reasons on the other. Right? This is a direct use of the transitive property. So let's take a look at these exercises. It says state the property that justifies each statement. If 1 is equal to 2, then 2 is equal to 1. We just saw that. Okay? That is directly the symmetric property. All right, then it says if measure of angle 1 is 90 and the measure of angle 2 equals the measure of angle 1, then the measure of angle 2 equals 90. All right, well, which property does that work the best with? It may not be in exactly the same format, but this is the transitive property. Because I could write it this way. The measure of angle 2 is equal to the measure of angle 1, and the measure of angle 1